Watch closely.
First things first. You main Leblanc, right? Which is nice and all. But in all your games, in every single one of your games, almost, there's this item called Morelos completed.
Right.
Yeah. Do you have anything to defend yourself with while you are finishing this item?
See, I've never known the boundary between when to actually finish it and when not. I usually just say if there's like 2 champions on the enemy team that have like actual proper healing, like, I don't know, Warwick, Aatrox, Vladimir, I'd always finish it second. That's like my borderline boundary of when to finish it.
Okay.
But you got to think about it like this, like the cost efficiency to building another 1.4k gold to obviously how many champions?
There's other aspects as well, right? So there's like, if you're playing things like Sigs, in my opinion, Morelos will have more value than if you're playing things like Leblanc.
Because of AoE.
On Leblanc, you are, well, yeah, it's AoE, it's poke, right? Poke mages in general, Seraph, Sigs, they get countered more by grieving wounds than burst champions like Leblanc.
Of course, yeah.
When there's very minor healing, like fucking lifesteal and stuff, and you're playing LeBlanc, you don't really give a fuck about that because they have to hit you to lifesteal, right? So you're jumping in, you're bursting them, you want them to die. You don't want them to have time to lifesteal. Meanwhile, you're playing Sigs and Seraph, you poke them, you don't want them to just start healing after, like, on the fucking wave and stuff, right?
Yep.
Now, what this does, right, building Oblivion Orb in a lot of games as well is not even good. In, like, 80% of the games, it'll probably be good. But then you want to sit on it. The issue is, if you are completing Morelos, you're spending 1.4k gold. The stats itself isn't horrible. It's not horrible, like AP-wise. AP-wise, it's pretty bad. But you could argue and say, I get HP. The HP is so minor that you don't really want it.
Yeah,
then you're paying for this. You would much rather spend that gold for Needless and Large Rod and get a Rabadon's faster.
Yep.
Now, if you are playing versus hardcore healing that you can't do much about, like Soraka, then yes, Grieving Wounds is pretty good. Again, for your champion, I wouldn't rush it second, because at that point you're not necessarily fighting against the Soraka all the time anyways. But after like a Rabadon's, if you don't need Void Staff, sure, I could see that argument. But if we go at your games, right? We go, for example, this one. Like, it makes no sense at all here. Right? You're playing for the Aurelion Soul, Rengar, Urgot, Senna Bard. Right?
Yep.
It's the Senna 100 healing per Q or
Why
whatever
did I actually
it is.
build and realize that game? I think I was on autopilot. I must have literally just, honestly, fuck that game. I don't even know why I built that. Yeah, that's bad.
But that's like 80% of your games. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Right? Like here on Syra, you're buying it, right? Sure, they have Soraka. The game lasted 17 minutes. You haven't touched Soraka yet, right?
Yeah, true.
Syra is one of the best Leandris users in the game and one of the best flat pen users in the game. Why don't you just build flat pen into Leandris?
Yeah, true.
Right? Before we go into your gameplay, it's important you know these things, because you should not be buying items wrong.
Okay.
And it shouldn't even matter if you autopilot, you shouldn't have to think, right? Buying Morelos should feel bad. It should fucking hurt you. Especially as a LeBlanc player.
It does, actually. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it should make you feel really fucking bad, because what you're telling yourself then is, I'm not looking to one-shot this guy, I'm looking to reduce his healing. You want a one-shot. You want to jump in as LeBlanc, kill that guy. You don't even want him to start life-stealing. Right? That shouldn't be an option that he has. So this game makes no sense, right? This game here, I don't know when you completed it, but, you know, if it was super late and stuff and it's against the Vladimir, maybe, but even then I wouldn't, because there's 4 other people that don't get hurt by it at all, and I would much rather spend that gold on Rabadons.
Okay.
Right? This game here, you're doing good, right? This is good. This is nice. Now, the times you don't want to get Oblivion Orb on LeBlanc is pretty rare, but let's say the enemy has, like, a lot of them has, like, 60 MR, right? Let's say jungle has Hexdrinker Mercs, mid laner has fucking Mercs, right? Then it's only their 80 carries that's squishy. Then it would just be better to get Rabadon second, just skip the Oblivion Orb altogether.
Yep.
Oblivion Orb and Sword Shoes, really, really good flat pen combo.
Yeah, definitely.
And it will deal true damage, right? When people have things like 30, 40 MR-ish, it's really good.
Yeah,
Once they all sit on Mercs and Hexdrinker and stuff, if you start buying Oblivion Orb, then it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Once you start getting like 70, 80 plus MR, all of them, then even Void Stuff would be starting to get better. Make sense?
Yep.
All right. Let's just look at your runes real quick. I assume you're not doing something ludicrous, but let's see. This is fine. This is a bit greedy in some matchups, but it's whatever. This one is fine as well, especially in low relo. I like the Ultimate Hunter. In my opinion, you don't get much value from Ravenous
Yeah, I've
Hunter on
always
the
said
Blanc.
that. I'm glad that you're one of the people that have actually told me that Ultimate Hunter is actually good, apart from Ravenous Hunter, because of the value. Because I genuinely, if you get caught as LeBlanc, you get caught. You're most likely either going to die unless you get your passive off and you can get away, right? So
Yeah,
I preferably
I
do
mean,
find Ultimate Hunter. When I can.
the thing is, like, I played LeBlanc a bit myself and Ari and stuff. And on Ari and LeBlanc, I never felt the value of Ravenous Hunter. I played like 20 games. I looked at the stats, compared it to stats like Cassiopeia and Rise, and it just felt like shit. And then plus the way that you're playing LeBlanc, it also felt like shit.
Yeah.
So made no sense to get it for me. LeBlanc uses a lot of spells to deal AoE, like her W and stuff. And she is generally speaking not very low, and she's not looking to sustain against the enemy.
Yeah.
This, though, I think once you start getting into higher elo, you will really feel the difference not having Taste of Blood. But this I don't find a problem with. This is, of course, notorious on LeBlanc for cheesing level 6 and things like this.
Yep.
So that is also fine. Again, in higher elo, this may get punished with the enemy having biscuits and you don't. So if you start feeling that you have issues with sustain, then going this and this here might solve it.
Yeah,
but for now, if this...
What do you think about the value of sudden impact's Taste of Blood? Because I do have my contemplations about that sometimes, and I want to take Taste of Blood, because again, LeBlanc is probably one of the only few assassins who doesn't have a personal sustain, you know? So what do you think about the value of taking sudden impact over Taste of Blood, or vice versa?
Like I said, I think this is good. This is good, right? Everything else, and this is good. This here, I think, is bad. But if it works for you and you don't need to sustain, then it works for you and you don't need to sustain.
Yeah.
But you're playing in Diamond 3 right now, so you could probably just fucking, like, not even have Rune. Like, if there was an option, you could play without this and probably still win.
Yeah.
Because the players are incapable of punishing you. But yeah, this one here is meant to give you sustain, so the answer is simple. If you don't need sustain, then you don't go it.
Okay.
That's something you have to figure out. Because if you don't need sustain, then this one is of course not better, right? And I can't tell you that because I haven't watched you play yet. But good players will abuse the fact that you don't have Taste of Blood. At least I know that I will, because I look at that instantly after first trade. And even now sometimes I go to OPGG, right? And I go to live game and I check the enemy mid's runes. Because there's certain things I can abuse. If he has Nullifying Orb, if he has Taste of Blood, if he has Biscuits, and I don't, right? Things like this I can abuse.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but yeah, if you have Flat Pen plus this one, like, it's so deadly. The damage. With this plus your Flat Pen build.
Yeah,
so
of course.
It's not like it's horrible.
Okay.
This here is fine. This is okay. Alright, so you wanted to watch this one? Why did you want to watch this one in particular? You don't play with map cover, right?
Sometimes. Depends, I forget to take it
Well,
off.
on this game you didn't, right?
No, I didn't.
You didn't this
Sweet,
game.
thank
Okay,
God.
good. Yeah, good. I've coached streamers before, and then they give me replay of them playing with map cover, and I just
And
ask
it's
them,
just
like,
really annoying, yeah.
yeah, what do you want me to watch then? But this is fine. Why did you want to watch this one in particular? Which one is this even?
Like, just what the fuck could I have done? Like, genuinely, what could I have done? Like, I felt like that I was trying to effectively do so much, and I just couldn't. Maybe it's just one of those games. Maybe. I don't know. But I genuinely think there could have been something I must have done wrong, or I don't know.
I don't believe that there is those games in Diamond 3 unless people are AFK.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. So
if you're super good, you should have like 98% win rate in D3.
yeah, I should be.
So, like, when I see this, I see Sejuani doing fine, right? I don't see any monster inters on your team, so I'm sure there's, except for Fiddle, but all supports are bad on the West anyway, so. But I think you have these guys not monster inting you, and then this guy's doing fine. Yeah. So this game is for sure winnable. So let's see what happens. Do you always cover here, or what makes you cover here this game?
Yeah, I do majorly cover there most of the time.
Why?
Get vision from their side of the jungle and from mid.
Yeah, but if you stand in mid, then you cover mid. Like, they can invade two sides, right? Like, if you stand here,
Mhm.
then you're covering them invading like this and like this, right?
Mhm.
And it's safer, a lot safer. Certain champions, like Blitzcrank, can stand here and hook here,
Right.
and then you have no counterplay, right?
Mhm.
So, what's the point of standing here?
Yeah.
You get less vision, less time to react, right?
Yeah.
It's
True.
not that safe. Your teammates get less time to react too, because the enemy gets to get this far before being spotted. If you're standing here, right, then you're spotted already just being here. Make sense?
Mhm. Would you say actually? Could you say that that's basic? That could be like champion dependent. So if they are running a blitz, thresh, anything with a hook, like don't stand there. You stand mid lane. But what about if they're like a braum or something like that? Do you think that would be okay to stand there, or just in general don't stand there? In that
Wait, what did you
position.
say? I was flaming someone in Twitch chat. What did you say?
So that position right there where you got your mouse, like to cover that
Yeah.
part, could you potentially stand there if it was like a Braum invading or something that isn't a hook champ, you know?
Yeah.
Would that be all right, or just generally just stand mid, like forget that
I
place?
mean, just stand mid because it's not less risky, and you get to spot two ways to invade.
All right, cool, fair enough, that's fine.
And that's your job as mid laner. Your job is to stand there. And what I do is I run here, and then I run into this bush.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
This way, I am still covering this invade, and then if they did invade like this, I would have spotted them.
Mhm.
And then at 122, right? And this is really safe for you to do as Leblanc as well, because you have W.
Mhm.
So then at 122, I run past this place, and then I drop a ward here. This way you can track enemy jungler.
Okay.
Here you're just AFK here reading Twitch chat. That's really bad, of course. That's the issue of streaming. You have to be focused.
Yeah.
Lane starts. So how would you normally go playing this matchup? What's your thought process? You're playing LeBlanc versus Vladimir. Are you familiar with the matchup? I assume you are,
Yeah.
but
So just pure early aggression, as much early aggression as possible. Only poke him obviously when Q's his full bar. What do you call it? Aggro bar. I don't know what they call it. It's completely zero. So after basically he's used his red passive, you know, just go on full aggression. Lane free, well, lane wise, just keep it in same basically. Don't let him push you in, and don't push him in completely.
I mean, a Vladimir, right? The thing about Vladimir, Kassadin, these kind of champions, the issue for them is that they can't ever crash the wave versus you. As LeBlanc, you control the lane. And this is something you need to realize already in loading screen and in champ select when you're playing your matchup, who actually controls the lane.
Yep.
Right? So if you're, for example, playing Syndra and an enemy is Victor, the Syndra will be controlling the lane because as soon as Victor uses E, he is on a long cooldown. And the Syndra is really never on cooldown.
Yep.
Right? So it's up for her to fuck up, because if she fucks up and misses Qs and stuff, then Victor gets time to win.
Yep.
If this guy starts hitting these minions and starts pushing you in slowly, that's good for you. He can't ever crash the wave. Only thing you need to be careful of is him getting level 2 way before you get level 2. Because if he gets level 2 and then you are like level 1 and like 80% to 2, the issue will be he can possibly E and actually get to crash the wave.
Yep.
Without you fighting. So like you said, having it in the middle is good, but you don't want it to perma either. If he's hitting minions and you are level 2, you're looking to punish. You're not necessarily looking to hit minions after that.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Your goal is basically, worst case, being in the middle, best case, being in here.
Yeah.
he should never be under tower unless you're purposely crashing the wave to either get vision, fixing the wave, recalling, roaming, things like this.
Yep.
So when you're Wing him, you're aiming to have him be in pockets like this, this, like places away from minions.
So you can't chain him properly and all that, yeah.
Yeah, you can chain him and you don't push for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Things like this you want to avoid doing. Like it's really pointless and it's really bad. Like look now. Mm-hmm. So you want to be walking together with the minions like this. This is good, right? This is good.
Yep.
And then now you just randomly, on Christmas, right? When there's like Christmas tree and you fucking dance around the fucking Christmas tree like holding hands and shit. Look, you just randomly just circle. What is this? What is that?
Like when you do things like Christmas
this,
tree, apparently.
Yeah, hey, that's what I said. You're running around the Christmas tree. For what reason? It's not Christmas. Because the issue with this, right? He just gets free access to the wave. Right? He gets to hit the minion already for free. Because you should be standing here. Perma. Right? Look. Then you just randomly start running away. Right? Now right? You can't really W now, right? Without your auto attack. Yep. Right? You can't auto W auto now. Right? You're not in range.
Mm-hmm.
That is because you did that random loop around.
Okay.
You can't do those random movements. Like when you're moving in game, you gotta ask yourself, if you decide to start hugging here, why am I hugging here? Is it because the enemy jungler is bot side? And your jungler is top side? Okay, it's good then. Right? It's good. If you find yourself randomly just standing here with having no intel of enemy jungler and your jungler is fucking bot side, that's horrible. You need to stop doing that. He walks inside your wave. This is perfect time to take a trade. Auto, W. I don't see the point in moving. I would just auto. Can't you just right click and then W instant on Leblanc, or does it cancel? Do you have to wait for your auto animation?
Wait a second. Sorry.
Like when you are auto attacking on Leblanc with your W, right? Can you instantly right click and then jump and your auto will still go through, or do you need to wait?
Yeah, you can make it go through. So like a fade
so
away, they call it?
Yeah. So then why don't you do that? Yeah, because I'm pretty sure you can just instant W. Because here it should be auto W like you did.
And then W.
Like that's perfect. Again. Like there. Auto, W, right click, W.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because you're just sidestepping and dodging for no reason. Which means the minions, right? When they realize that you fucking auto attack him. Right? They will start chasing for longer if you do aggro like this one. There he got a bit furious, that one, for a second. Right? And if you are versus a real champ that can actually retaliate, he will have more time to do it. Make sense?
Yep.
You want it to be clean. Auto W, right click, jump back. We're fighting for level 2, it's fine. He's pushing you in a little bit as well, so it's perfect right now. Just a little small thing. I also see that you're playing with indicators. Are you playing with smart cast with indicators or normal
smart
cast
with indicators, yeah.
How many LeBlanc games do you have?
Say again?
How many LeBlanc games do you have?
Fuck me.
100, 1,000?
No, we're talking thousands.
Yeah, exactly. I used to play Veigar with indicators, even when I had like 1,000, 2,000 games. And then I stopped because I realized my cage was always so fucking slow. Because you realize how with indicators, you have to release the key for the spell to cast, right?
Yep.
But with real quick cast, it just goes instantly. And again, on LeBlanc especially, I can imagine this being a bit annoying with indicators when you're doing like really long combos. And you start having your W showing and your E showing and stuff, it really can slow down the combo. That you just have it be clean and instant.
Okay.
So I don't see why after 1,000 LeBlanc games why you should need to see the range of your champion. And if you do feel like you sometimes need to see it, right? then you can bind it so that you can press shift plus the spell
Yeah.
to see the range.
Yeah. All right.
You really should do this, because once I stopped using indicators on Veigar, it made such a difference.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
Because there
start
was a
doing
lot
that
of times where I would cage them, and then the edges would pop up like now, and then they would run out. But if I had indicators off, my cage would cast instant, and they would be stunned.
Sweet. Okay.
He's gonna get level 2 on the next minion. You're a bit behind on it. You run away from the red, that's fine. Now the thing is, if he is good, right, he would look now to play aggressive and realize that, yes, I will take damage if I go in now, but then at least I can look to crash the wave and it'll be better than leaving it like this. Since he's bad, he runs away. So now you can force the wave to remain like this for a while. But if he was good, he would have punished you a bit here.
Punish me, yeah.
Because he would much, if I'm the Vladimir, I would much rather get comboed when you're level 1 while I'm eating the wave I'm pushing than getting comboed when you're level 2.
Yep.
Because if you use W on me there, then you can't Q.
Exactly.
So then you get level 2 with W on cooldown, which is bad.
Yep.
But he is bad player, so you get that way doing mistake. Because here you're paying way too little amount attention to minions after you traded. There, right? Keep autoing now. There, auto, and then you're doing nothing. See? You're just waiting. You could easily auto once another minion.
Yeah,
right?
could have, yeah.
So here you're running away, right? This is not a Aurelia that can jump on you, right? Spacing, right? Spacing in lane, super important. Vladimir, he can probably Q to like here, right? Something like that, right? Okay, so you can stand here with him having no counterplay, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you end up going there, you auto, but then you click back. Why? Because when you're clicking back now, you have to walk back into auto range. Again, delaying your next auto attack. Make sense?
Yep.
Just remain in your max range against his max range. Unless there's threats that could fuck you over. And there's no threats. Okay, you're level 2. This is pretty bad. Look now. Right, you're gonna get level 2 now after this minion, not this one, but the next one. Like this one here. Right? And then look your cursor. See this?
Yep.
Always pay attention to your EXP bar. You shouldn't, at this point, you shouldn't even need to pay attention to your EXP bar to know you're getting level 2.
Oh, yeah,
right?
I know. Yeah, I got that, yeah. I know when I'm hitting it, yeah.
Yeah. So why are you running now? He also lost at this one.
I'm assuming, well, for me, this would be, like, if he was coming in for me right now, if I was to trade, I'd take more damage because of the minions. Obviously, there's way more minions on his side than mine.
Yeah, but you are Leblanc. You QW, right? Auto, get the fuck out. Pop Electrocute, he loses a lot of HP. Sure, you may take, like, 40 damage, right? From minions. Okay. What's your point?
I haven't got one now.
Right? You have triple potion. He has what? Doran's Ring? Yeah, it's Doran's Ring. He has 2 potions, right?
Yeah.
He's Vladimir. You counter Vladimir by doing a lot of burst damage a lot of the time. If you just do little pussy trades every 20 seconds, you're not going to beat this champion. You need to break Vladimir. A Vladimir doesn't care if you use Leblanc combo on him every 30 seconds. He gets to heal up meanwhile then.
Yep.
But if you're doing LeBlanc combo into LeBlanc combo into LeBlanc combo, his sustain can't keep up early. And this was the best time to all in, because you will see when, well, not all in, but trade, you will see that he will Q now, and then he'll get red Q, and then you can't trade, because then you'd hard lose it. Right? Now you shouldn't trade, because even if you combo him now, he heals up with red Q. See? That is why if you did it when I said, it would be a lot better.
Okay.
Sejuani spot side. Again, this is good time to go in. You're sleeping a bit. Like, how fucked is this Vlad there if you get to jump on him here? Like, when he comes back to lane, you will have W again. Right? Look now. You have this issue. What do I call you, Monkey, or do I call you Fuzz? Or
Just call me Fuzz. Phil Fuzz, I don't mind.
I want to call you Monkey. It's funnier.
Okay, sure, call me Monkey then. I'm a big fan of the like one syllable names, that's all. But yeah, whatever.
I'll call you Fuzz.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah, but first you have this big spacing problem because this guy can't hit you if you're standing here, right? But instead you choose to stand here. Because if you're standing here permanently, he can't tell if he's being ganked, right? There's so many advantages to perfect spacing. If you stand here, right? If I'm playing Vlad now, and I see LeBlanc standing here, and then all of a sudden LeBlanc starts walking up, then, okay, Sejuani is ganking, right?
Yep.
But if you're always playing maximum spacing whenever you can, then one, when he walks up like this, you can already combo him. And two, he can't tell when it's getting ganked or not. But see, now you don't even get to combo him because you're too far out. So by the time you need to follow up the gank, right, he flashes. Now, you know, of course, he wouldn't die if you comboed him. The thing is, if you did combo him, he would be a lot lower. So now when he returns to the lane, your W would be up soon. Then you could combo him again. And then it's really hard for him to crash the wave. He really wants to crash the wave now, and again, you're playing safe. Think, what does he want to do? If I'm Vladimir now, and I get to crash this wave, I will reset and get the free Doran's Ring or Bamp Tome or Ruby Crystal. Well, I would get Ruby Crystal because I'm playing Vladimir. But the other chance I'll get double Doran's Ring. And that would be a cheater recall. And mid laners, good mid laners, will do cheater recalls against you when you are playing LeBlanc. Because, as you should know, one of LeBlanc's weaknesses is her wave clear. Champions with bad wave clear cannot clear this wave, and then the next wave that is here now, right, coming into the lane, you can't clear this and the next wave before Vladimir comes back to lane.
Yep.
So then you are laning Corruption Potion versus double D-Ring mid laner, or in this case, D-Ring plus Ruby.
Yep.
Right? It's impossible for you to push it. Yep. So that is why it's important that you trade with him, to delay him the push, to not let him just get the cannon, right? And it would be so perfect here, because then you jump on the wave too, trimming it for yourself. That's another thing, right? You are not doing two things in one. As they say in UK, two birds, one stone or something, I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah. You would get to push the wave, and you trade with him. Perfect, right?
Yep.
Because this wave is way too big. You don't want to let him crash it. So you combo him now. He gets sad. He backs off a bit. He doesn't get to crash it in time. And then this guy is really sad. Ooh, mechanics. Okay. He's dead. Yeah, what's up, bitch? Yeah. Wait, you have Sig's emote. Holy poggers. What's your Dematerializer setup?
I
think you have it automatically when you get kill. When you get first blood.
It's first blood, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I generally don't give a fuck about those, but yeah, carry on.
Well, what is your Dematerializer setup? Because certain champions...
range,
yeah, does that do something on
yeah,
LeBlanc?
so at level 7 you can clear a wave by pressing W on it.
Okay.
So it's basically really good for... It's a cheese thing, basically. You can W on the wave to kill the enemy kind of thing. On a or on the mage minions, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of champions has this. That's why I ask, because it's bad to go demat if you're just spamming it on minions randomly.
No,
if you have some kind of setup, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume you do 2 on this and then 1 on cannon to cheese 6 or what?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. But you can't base like this. Like here, you try to be smart. This is really stupid. If this is the opposite, right? If it's
what's funny here? When I'm actually talking here, I'm actually talking about you, because I remember watching one of your videos yesterday saying that it's not worth to clear a wave if you can't clear it. Just go back straight away and arrive the same time as the laner when he gets back.
That can apply if you were low now.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
That's why I was like, oh.
You have 2 potions. You have another Demat ready, right? you have Summoner, there's nothing that can stop you, right?
Mhm.
Vladimir is not going to break you, he's not going to stop you. If you were like this HP now, right? And low, first of all, you would be calling your jungler. That's the first thing. You call your jungler to help you push if you can't push. If he's not going to
They
come,
don't come.
right? And then your support, well, sometimes they will come. I've had a guy in fucking Iron. I pinged him. I was playing Iron. I pinged him. Come help push. And he was asking, I farm or not? He was asking. And I say, no, don't farm. And he says, okay. And he comes and he just pushes with me. He was a nice guy. So sure, sometimes in Diamond they might not come, but a lot of the times they do. It doesn't hurt you to ping it. Right? It doesn't hurt
Yeah,
you to
true,
write
true,
4
true.
letters. To write push and ping help. And in this case, you have full mana, you have all the potions in the world. You can easily, it's not even a cannon wave as well. Always check, right, the waves. Right, which wave is it? It's not even a cannon wave. This is easy to push. So just hard push, get your reset. Right, use W, use E, use everything, because you're not looking to stay in lane. I was like 1,000 million trillion kilometers out of range. Yeah, sure. He hasn't seen Nautilus Hook, I think. Do you remember the Gunblade LeBlanc build?
Yeah, fucking
That
busted
was
shit.
fucking busted as shit, yes.
I'm so glad they reverted her because that was she's just 100% perma
That was so unbalanced.
Yeah. God knows
I
why they
remember
thought that
that.
was fucking balanced.
Yeah, it was so stupid.
100% presence in pro play, by the way.
Yes.
The funny thing is, she's still being played in pro play at the moment, which is insane.
I mean, she's just really a safe blind pick and good pairing with like Lee Sin and stuff, so.
Yeah, fuck, yeah. That's one thing that really annoys me is when you have a jungler like Lee Sin, I don't know, anything that has early game insane pressure and they just don't gank you. It's like, fuck me, hello, I have a fucking chain, for goodness sake.
Yeah, I mean,
Please, man.
LeBlanc and Ari has really good gank assist. But again, here, you're playing like a little bitch. You're not even queuing him. Because it just doesn't make sense why you wanted to trade now and then not like 10 seconds ago when we know Shaco's top. Because it just buys him time to get 6. It buys him time to get Summoner back up. Right? It buys Shaco time to come and gank you. Be efficient with the time you have. Right? And the thing as well is, when the wave is like this, right? Again, it is about to come into the good position for you.
So trim it down.
Yeah, you can trim it, and again, your W can help with that. But you want to look to W him in opportunities where, like for example now, look, right? Look at the wave. Okay, the wave is going to be huge now, because the next wave is coming, right? You should realize that. Because again, if he's good, he will trade his HP to make sure the wave crashes.
Yeah.
Because if the wave crashes, he can just reset again. Right?
Yeah.
So if you can chunk him already now, when he is standing on only 1 minion, then that's super good, because then you're not hard pushing, right? And then you get to chunk him. If he gets chunked already now and then gets chunked next time as well, then he can't actually crash it without dying. Make sense?
Yeah, okay. I get you, yeah.
And you left, I think you left with like 180 gold or something. Like, why don't you just buy a pink?
Yeah, I forgot. That's my bad.
And like in like certain matchups, there will be times where things like Dark Seal and stuff is really, really valuable.
Yeah,
especially
I guess I could ask that right now since we're on that question. Dark Seal, when is the appropriate time to buy it? Is it literally just when you have that 350 gold spare left over? Because
I mean, sometimes it's better than Amptome. In this game, I think double Amptome is really good. In other games where you're maybe in matchups where you're trading a lot more and actually losing a lot of HP, then Dark Seal will help you a lot. Like maybe versus things like Syndra.
That's when I usually take it, is when I know that I'm going to be taking like trades 24/7 kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, like Syndra, Zoe, these kind of champions is really good Dark Seal.
Yeah, okay.
I would never ever go Dark Seal here.
Yep, I don't either. Every matchup that I find pretty easy and I don't have to have that much sustain, then I'm fine with not taking it. But every matchup where I know I'm going to take fucking shit tons of damage, like Kiana, fucking stupid trades basically, then I'm just like, okay, I'll take Dark Seal.
Because here you see, he is so desperate to get the shove. Look.
Yeah.
You see that? Look, he even starts Eing. And again, your spacing. It's so bad, your spacing. Like, legit, you fix your spacing, it'll already help you so fucking much.
Yeah.
Because it makes no sense when you're against Vladimir to stand here.
Yeah.
Right? Again, he can only Q this. You can stand here. Perma. Perma walk in and out instead of like here. Then he can't play the game. You QW him right now with auto attack, pops electrocute, he loses this much HP or something. Right?
Yeah, true.
Something like that. And then he'll try to crash the wave, then your W and Q comes up around here again. You do the same thing. And then he can never crash the wave. That's why nobody plays fucking Vladimir. This champion cannot control lane in mid lane versus good players. But people are not good, so that's why Kassadin and Vladimir works. Is there a particular reason why you didn't QW?
What, there?
Mm-hmm.
I knew I could hit the chain, so that's kind of why I went for it.
I feel like if he had reactions and pooled, I feel like you would hard enter. But, yeah. Like, look now, for example, right? Your W was on like 1 second cooldown, and you start clicking away again, right? Shaco has been top now for like 20 seconds, showing on the map. So I don't believe that you didn't see him top.
No, I saw him top. It's just, again, I don't know why. You're right. Like, why didn't I just go in? I could actually kill him right there, funny enough. Not going to lie.
I mean, you're going to force his pool. And if he bases here, well, then he does kill himself, basically, as in he loses wave. The next wave is cannon, and that cannon wave is going to give you 6. So he will lose a fuck ton. But you see, you just surrender, right? It doesn't matter if you take a bad trade there. You have 2 potions, right? Corruption potion is fucking busted. Because you can take shitty trades like this, and then just heal up with corruption potion, and then all in like 10 seconds after. You see now how his HP isn't going up as fast as yours. Right? Except the fact that he's Vladimir, of course. There, he's red Q, and then now you can all in. Right? But the issue again, you're spacing. Right? How... Right now you're in like okay range.
Yeah. No, the reason why I was spacing back is because his red bar's about to come out. That's probably why I was spacing back.
But you're in Africa, right? you could stay here, right? Like here. Because again, when you start walking up, right, he can just run away.
Oh dear. Fuck that.
But if if you are always in max range, it's hard for him to play. And that is why people, especially in bot lane, when Caitlyn is meta, it is so hard to play AD carries, even if they are only like 50 range behind. Because the spacing is so important. Okay, he should be dead there. He might have flashed up by this time. Nope. Here we go. He is dead. So like now if Sejona was right next to you, you would ask her to come.
But she's on the other side of the map.
Yeah. Again, in this case though, and also you should play with spell costs on. There's no reason not to.
Oh, it's just the account, but yeah, I usually do on all of my other accounts, so that's probably just the account I haven't turned on.
Well, you should do that. Well, the first time that you recall like this, it was really bad. This time it's a bit more understandable. I still would have tried to push because the only thing that can kill me is Shaco. If Vladimir has TP up, right, then recalling like this is correct.
Yeah.
Since he has Ignite and he just ignited you, you should push here. Because your W will come up now in like 10 mana or something. Like it's 90 or 100 mana, no? Your W. Something like that.
Like, why did I walk out of base without a fucking pink ward? Like, what?
Yeah. I mean, have you tried GLP LeBlanc?
No, funny enough, I actually tried GLP Syndra for the first time today, which was quite satisfying.
Yeah, like basically GLP is cheaper than Luden's. The active deals more damage than Luden.
The only problem is, and this is something I have actually done GLP before, because of LeBlanc's cooldowns, etc., etc., etc. she needs a sufficient wave clear with the Luden's proc to be able to obviously all in when Wing onto minions, which obviously the Luden's then obviously finishes it.
Yeah, and then it helps your Elan and stuff
And obviously
too.
you get a proc. What do you call it? You get a Luden's proc far more often than a 40-second GLP. But yeah, I have tried it. It's you can't do as well as getting onto people in lane with it, which is a bit of a problem. Yes, it's easier to hit chains, blah 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 blah, but I don't know.
Well, what I'm thinking, right, is because this often happens where you have bases like this where you get lost chapter, and then you have shit like this. If I'm playing Veigar here, Syndra here, Talia here, etc., I will get Amptone. On Syndra and stuff, I sometimes go GLP, sometimes I go Ludens. It very much depends on my matchup, enemy team comps, and my base timers, right? Like how much gold do I have? Versus Vladimir, I would never go GLP. Versus Zed, I'd never go GLP. Versus something like Heimer, Veigar, Immobile Mages, right? I'll go GLP. Especially if my bases allow me to.
Right.
Because it is just free. You GLP them, your chain is bound to land, right?
Mm-hmm.
The GLP is faster spike, the active deals more damage than Ludens. It's a lot cheaper. You only lose 10 AP. But if you're playing versus very mobile champions in your lane and stuff, where if you are using the GLP and it hits them, and it means that they're not 100% dead, then it's not that good of a buy. Right? Like if you hit the Zed with GLP, he's just going to double you away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same with Fizz and stuff. You hit a Veigar with the GLP, what's he going to do?
Try and run to Africa, apparently.
Yeah, try to run to Africa, right?
Mm.
But then it doesn't work. Same with Seraph. Same with Vel'Koz. So when you have this base, this exact base, I would always get Amptone versus those kind of champs.
Alright.
Make sense?
Yep.
Sure, you will maybe lack a little bit of wave clear. But you will always do that, to be honest, on Leblanc. Because your wave clear doesn't scale. Like, have you tried clearing super minions as Leblanc?
Yep.
Fucking unplayable,
Sometimes.
right? Yeah. And I don't think your Ludens will really matter then. So... Once this guy gets to the point where he has like 20-30% CDR, where he can just start sustaining your burst, like you should just AFK, shove, and roam. Because then at that point, you need so much time to try to kill him that time spent is just better roaming.
Right, okay, fair enough.
At this point, you can still play for lane. But this is important that you start thinking about like other lanes. Like, is it more worth it for me now to shut down enemy bot lane than it is to shut down Vladimir? There's a Shaco.
So that little half a second, I didn't actually see him walk past.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking Sejuani literally pinged me as soon as I went in as well. Yeah, I had to flash that, I was going to die.
The issue as well is the chain.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Fucking just went through him or something.
Yeah, but also like just using it there, I think is a mistake. Because
yeah,
then
of course,
you can't
then
do
I can't.
RW.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Like there, just do QW and jump out. And then do... what's it called? Just do E when you're sure you're gonna kill him. Then you avoid things like that. Because that should have just been you using RW out, but you couldn't because you used chain. So it would be RE. Yep. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You use jungle info really poorly. Like, we still see Shaco now, right? Can Shaco make his way to you now in 2 seconds? No, right?
Yeah, nah.
It'll take him like 8 seconds,
right?
right?
Yeah, it'll take him a bit more, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So why don't you keep your ground now? When you see that your Q, you can just skill Q now, have 2 points Q, and your W is up in 1 second. Right? Like, he even thinks that you will, you see? He starts running. Because you should just keep your ground here. And then you just QW. What's his counterplay?
None, because I've even got Sejuani there as well. So if anything does break out, Sej will come.
Yeah, I mean, Shaco can't teleport here. Right?
True, yeah.
Jungle intel. When you see where enemy jungler is, think, how can I abuse this? Because there will be games where every time the jungler shows on the map, he gets a fucking kill.
Right.
And in those games, you wish you could abuse knowing where enemy jungler was. Because otherwise, if he's allowed to perma-camp a lane or do something while being seen, and you're not punishing that, then you're just going to lose. This should be you getting a good chunk on him again. And then if Shaco shows again, then you can just kill the Vladimir. But here you don't trade with him. Around now, the Shaco could be here. Right? So it makes no sense why you wanted to trade here, but not 6 seconds ago. And that's a big issue. Because that's probably one of the reasons why you end up dying sometimes. And junglers hate ganking LeBlanc lanes if the LeBlanc is good, because the good LeBlanc doesn't just randomly all in without having intel of junglers. So they just end up sitting there wasting a lot of time. Okay, Shaco's top. You know, if you had GLP, right? If GLP is what you wanted to buy, then you could have cleared this wave and based. Not that you should versus Vladimir, but just saying. Just saying the good thing about GLP. Could have pushed, recall, go back, and have GLP. Basing here sucks, but then again, like, you're starting to get low and you have no potions. That is why, again, you should be realizing that when you see Shaco, right? When you see Shaco top here, and his red Q runs out, I would just try to push it now. Because time, right? Look where the next wave is. Right? It's here.
Yeah.
Right? You can W the wave, right? You can Q this, W this, right? Auto maybe twice before you W. It'll kill this, right? If you auto them all once.
Yeah.
And then W. You should probably die at this point, maybe. Maybe not, but maybe. But I don't get why you don't try to wave clear it now and then just fuck off. Instead of just delaying. When you know that there's no risk right now. The risk is maybe Vladimir tries to all in you, but you have W back and then RW.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a nice Vladimir ult. Kick W. Okay. Garen win trading a bit. Garen win trading a bit. Oh, Garen win trading a bit. No, Garen not win trading. Garen is faker. Oh, Garen is no.
My fucking Q cancelled. I was so sad. There.
No, Garen is faker actually. Holy moly, Garen is faker. Yeah, what could we do different? We chain. Here you can auto attack already, but yeah. Okay, Shaco's useless champ. Auto. R. Auto. Sucks.
And then my auto cancels there because my passive.
I mean, you could ward, like, if you wanted to. I don't blame you because it's a bit advanced, but you could, like here, right? When you see now, you could ward over, right? Like Q and then ward here. Yeah. What I do on Veigar when I'm casting R in cases like this is I use my W here. Because he gets vision. Then my R doesn't cancel. And then, like, the free auto attack when he's chained, like I said. Right? Because there's no way he fucking flashes on you there. He can't kill you.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you land chain, boom, auto attack. Right? And then auto attack again. That's 2 auto attacks you're missing. And that could make a difference. And my Twitch chat are so cancer stupid, by the way.
Why?
Like, they're so dumb. They tell you that you could fucking do RQ here.
Fucking RQ their mums, Jesus Christ.
They're so intelligent, I think. But yeah, the free auto attacks, he would probably die. And if you had that extra amp tome if you're on GLP, but you know. Now at this point, when he is fucking 0 free, right? Like, look now, when you see this, right? You could ask yourself, okay, how do I win this game now of League of Legends? Right? How do I win this game? Do I win this game by continuously killing Vladimir? If he's 0 free, right? And he's 0-5, is there a fucking difference?
Nope.
No. He got his CDR items now, so he's just eventually going to scale. Sure, if he monster insits, right, and just runs into your fucking tower, of course you kill him. But your main priority now should be roaming and then threatening this guy and looking to get that bounty. Looking to catch Shaco in his jungle. Spread your lead now, because it doesn't matter if you're killing the Vlad. If I'm the fucking Vlad, I would rather have you kill me than roam.
Yep.
So let's see. You look bot lane, you see that they use Herald, this turn's gonna fall. How do you react? Right now you should be paying attention to top lane. Maybe Garen is low, it is possible. Right? He's playing versus a Vayne. See this? He's under tower versus a Vayne. Maybe the Garen is low. Right? You could push mid, dive top lane. You have to create win conditions. Because right now it's gonna be Shaco and Jinx versus the rest of you guys. So you would like a partner to help you. Maybe if you get Vayne rolling, then she can be your partner, right? This trade is good. And then now continue pushing. You do not want to sit and try to slow push or anything. You don't give a fuck about setting up kill on him. Right?
Yeah, true.
Trading is fine. Because you need to trade in order to push. If you're not hitting him, he will just hit you and eventually you'll die. But you don't want to start freezing and stuff now at 12 minutes in when there's fucking 400 gold bounty and stuff. If you're playing Anivia, then yeah, you could be freezing because you can't roam anyways on that champion because you have 200 movement speed.
So you think not pushing waves at all and just roaming completely is the good idea, yeah?
You should be pushing, not freezing.
Right.
Like, you can't just leave your lane, right? You need to shove. You need to shove. What I'm saying is that your main priority should be pushing, but if he starts standing in the wave like this, then of course you have to trade with him because he's being an idiot, right? Like, this is really good. Of course, chunking 80% of his HP is good.
Yeah. Thank you for the sub, by the way, Rufio. Appreciate it, bud. Sorry, I had a sub come through.
Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. Thanks for subbing. And they gift us in the chat. See, like right now, right? Ward and then push. Right? W the wave now. Don't have your eyes on killing him. W the wave. Yes, good. Okay, go top. Go top. Top, 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 top. See? You're clueless. Enemy bot just reset. Right? Mute the fucking pings. They don't know how to use pings. Mute this. Use F keys. Know where to go next. It is hard for you to figure out where the fuck to go if you are not using F keys. Yeah. The Garen could be 200 HP right now. He's playing versus a Vayne top lane. He's been pushed in for 2 minutes. They just took Dragon. Push this, go straight top and dive the Garen if it's possible.
Oh, yeah, it should be anyway,
If it is not possible to dive Garen, then you start going side lane. You're right about going side lane because, yes, you should be going side lane on LeBlanc at this point.
Yep.
You don't want to sit an ARAM as LeBlanc. You don't have any wave clear. But before you go side lane, you could maybe kill Garen.
Yeah.
But you don't know if it's possible because you're not looking. So that's why when you're pushing this wave, you look now you use F keys. You get used to that.
The chat's like, my silver brains can't handle this. What's F keys?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh my days, guys! Do you not know what fucking F keys are? Jesus. Yeah.
It's good that you're saying. It's good at least that you're saying you're split and that you go mid. That's good.
Function keys, yeah.
Well, we have to ping Fiddle to get the fuck away. Well, he realized. Good. Supporters.
Flash, yeah, stupid. Flash key. What on, gut?
Supports are so fucking stupid, actually. Okay, Jinx is top. Right, here you have really big play coming up. And again, you don't realize how to win this game. Yeah. And I don't blame you. A lot of people in like this elo, some of them can even play like laning phase really fucking well. But they don't know what to do, like how to win the actual game.
And this is why I contacted
Right now, you should base, get sword shoes, run straight top lane.
Right.
There is no turret here right now that's potentially going to kill the wave. So you have plenty of time now to roam around and do whatever the fuck you want.
Right. Okay.
And whatever the fuck you want should never be mid now. You should be happy that the useless 0-free Vladimir is against your 0-10 bot lane in mid. Means that this lane is dead. It's completely irrelevant. Even if they fight and Vlad gets a kill, it doesn't fucking matter.
Okay.
But what you should realize now is that there's a Vayne alone in top lane. There's a Jinx there. The Jinx has a fat bounty and she's the one carrying the game. You're playing World's Finals right now and you're against Deft on Jinx. Okay?
Yeah.
So you need to kill Deft. So that the way you do that, you get sword shoes, you run straight top. You hide in the bush. You ping the Vayne to maybe all in or bait.
And you grab the 700G. Mine now.
Yeah. Yoink. Instead, you are running to focus, to trying to kill the Vlad, trying to help your team. You don't have a team.
Yeah, this is
enemy
where it fucks me up completely. Like, why do I...
The enemy has a team. It's the enemy team you have to kill. Look, Vayne is Smurfer. She even kills the fucking Jinx without you. Right? But you're just running around here. Right?
So in that case scenario, obviously, if I had gone back, got my Sork shoes, that's obviously a good purchase, blah, blah, blah. What would I have then
just
done
go back
then?
bot. You go back to bot.
Right, okay.
You just go back bot. Maybe run through mid if there's a fight happening. Right? You could run like this to bot lane. Like that. You know?
Yep.
So that you're in close proximity of mid lane in case something happens. But you don't want to just sit around like this. If Jinx was the one being mid lane, then yes, you could sit around like this fishing for a pick. But we don't care if the Vladimir's overextending here. It does not matter if you kill him more. Now Gary gets to push and you're so focused on trying to kill the Vladimir, thinking that it does matter. When it doesn't, and Shaco comes and now he gets a kill, and it's all because you engaged.
Yep.
Now Vayne has to go bot to catch that wave, and now you're losing CS in top or in bot because you should be in bot lane, but now Vayne has to. So now you're losing CS in top. Look at this. Look at that fat wave that you're losing. Right? You're losing the CS.
Yeah. So just to obviously, like, I'll comment on that obviously, but like, I'm assuming the whole point is to obviously, what you're saying is effectively the mid lane being bot lane 0-10, Vladimir 0-10, whatever the fuck it is, them fighting each other's literally fucking useless because, like you said, Vladimir getting a kill doesn't matter at all, right? So yeah, me going to side lanes to farm, going to shut people down, etc., it's obviously going to be worth gold, but it's not there. I'm still there to catch waves anyway.
What I'm saying is that when you have Veigar V2 on his Master Smurf playing TF, right, and he is 1-6, and Veigar V2 decides to go side lane, rage splitting, right, not doing anything. I'm saying that instead of sending your Olaf, Braum, and Nivea on Veigar V2 10 times in a row, maybe try to kill the MF, who is completely 1v9ing the game. Because what happened this game is I went behind, and then I just went rage splitting, only coming if I had ulti. And then instead of them just having one person, and Nivea, matching me, they kept ganking me with Olaf and Braum and stuff.
Yeah, so they do that. I always do notice that. They'll always get more than one person to come get you. But even then, how do you get your fucking teammates? I mean, you can't get your teammates to do anything. They're fucking irrelevant. But like,
well, I have to pray that they do, and they did. So we won the game.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. You got to pray, and that's what pisses me off. Like, you see them sitting there farming mid lane, and I'm like, yo, dickheads, I got 5 people fucking top lane. Please do something. Like, it's such a piss take, honestly.
Sure, you have to pray, but the one that I told you about killing the Jinx, right? It wouldn't be praying. Because the only thing that could potentially happen that would be bad is if Vayne dies to Jinx 1v1. And even then, the worst case is you get sword shoes for free and you get to go back to a side lane faster.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
But you just need to figure out how do I win this game, right? In laning phase, it's like, sure, okay, I try to win my lane. How do I win my lane? Okay, I've won my lane. Now, how do I actually win the game? And you have you're lucky enough to be playing a champion that can actually do something to try to win the game. Right? You're playing Leblanc. Leblanc, Talon, Kiana, these kind of champs, they can easily start turning a game around. Because you can kill people while being safe. My champions count, and Nivea count. I just have to farm and pray. right?
Yep.
So you have to lay a trap. Where is Jinx gonna go? How do I kill her? Right? If that's the way you win. But you're focusing on the wrong things. You waste way too much time trying to go for Vladimir. You're playing with Town Warp Tonic, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can use it as soon as you get into base for a free proc.
Yep.
So you should be doing that all the time.
I should be.
I'm pretty sure you traded 1-for-1 with Jinx top lane there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now ask yourself, where will Jinx be now? Right? Where should she go? Because she's not showing. Where will Jinx be? Okay, we see her mid now, right? But look bot wave.
Mm. I think I ended
That's a
up
juicy
going
wave.
over there, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right, Jinx is mid. You should be spamming a Sejuani to come mid, and that she has ult.
Yeah, so yeah, what I
Tell
would
it
have
to
been
Arv.
doing there actually, but Vayne got a bit aggy. I literally would have just kept splitting bot instead of Vayne being there. That's what I would have done because Dragon was coming up, but she got aggy and just stayed bot lane. So I just thought, fuck it, I'll just go mid.
Here, for example, I said Jinx over the wall. I don't know why you don't go to her. Look. Look at the Jinx.
I think I definitely tunnel vision there, definitely.
And
Yeah, I
there's
tunnel
TP over
vision because
there.
I was actually looking for Shaq.
Scared TP.
Yeah, I'm fucking Vayne.
That's good condemn, I think. Vladimir's coming. You jump into Shaco, then into Vladimir. Oh.
Yeah, didn't realize where my R was at that point.
And things like that shouldn't happen when we have 1,000 games on LeBlanc, right? I don't know why you jumped into the Shaco. Anyways, like he will always do that there, but yeah. But anyways, if you have the balls to jump into Shaco here, you should have the balls to jump into Jinx here.
Jinx here, yeah.
Because it would like even if you can't kill her here, right? What it does is it prevents her to have any access into the entire fight.
Yep.
You know? And also, like, your camera control is bad because you will see now. Look. See this? Move your camera upwards, right? All of this here is irrelevant, correct?
True.
What you need to see is what's ahead of you. Where is Jinx going? What's up with Jinx? What's her HP, etc. Right? Right? See? Right now? Move it far up now. Because you know you're not going to remain in this zone, right? So just move the camera up, and then you will appear here. We need to pay attention to Jinx. The faster you see her, right? The more time you have to think. If you only see her on the corner of your screen like this, it's hard to focus, right? Like right now in a team fight where a lot of things are happening, it's easy to forget that she's even here now. Because you only saw her for like 0.5 seconds, right?
Yeah.
This dragon should be gone by the time you get there. But I guess not, because Shaco is...
Games KEKW 1000 plus
Okay.
games
For me, that was worth obviously
KEKW
plus
1000 plus
It's worth-
games KEKW 1000 plus gar.
Oh,
It's worth-
Jesus Christ.
It's worth it.
Sorry, fucking spamming subs and shit. Can't hear you.
Yeah, I hate it when people sub.
Yeah, I know, right? Fucking idiots.
Fucking hate it. Fuck.
Apes.
Oh, I get so mad. Oh, it's so funny when I'm mad, by the way, guys. Oh, I get so mad if people
I
sub.
don't want your $5, you pricks. Fuck off.
Yeah, I hate when I get sub. I get so mad. Oh, you guys don't want to see me mad. It's so funny when I'm mad, by the way, guys. You'll really laugh when I'm mad, but don't sub because I get so mad then.
Thanks for subbing. You love you, dude. Appreciate it.
It worked, by the way. I got a sub, by the way.
Did it? Hey.
Ah, fuck you, Mata. God damn.
Fucking
Okay, you gotta kill. Oh no, this is when you do it. No, this is when you're basing for Morelos. This is when you buy it. No,
Oh no.
no. But just why? Fuck my life. No. God damn it. God damn it. You sinned. You have sinned.
Yeah.
Look your Morelos on the Vladimir. Look. Ah,
Yeah.
look at that.
Pointless.
Haven't
fucking-
even hit him. Ah, look, you denied him 1 HP there. Oh, look your health. You're healing.
Hey, I'm out.
Ah, okay. Okay, well, you should quickly buy here before going back on the map, but yeah. I know you want to get the race up. Jinx mechanics. Okay, now imagine if you didn't buy fucking Rabadons now. I mean, Morelos.
Morelos, yeah, could have got.
You'd
fucking...
have Rabadons in base right now.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, base Rabadons. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh.
But no, and you get Sonias. No, you cannot go Sonias in games like this. What are you Soniasing? Vlad ult? That's it. You have to think in a game like this, when your base is open like this, and it's 23 minutes in the game, right? Is you living versus the enemy dying more worth? Like, your entire team is useless, by the way, except for Seju. So if you jump in and you Sonias, your entire team is just gonna die.
Hmm.
You need to play to kill these Jinx. The Jinx and Shaco has to die. The enemy doesn't win the game right now by killing
So
you.
match lanes, basically, like make sure you're in the same lane as them so you can kill them.
What do you mean?
So wherever they go, if they're not with their team, they're in the side lanes. Always match that lane wherever they go to.
Well, I'm talking about your items.
Oh right. yeah. Okay.
I'm
so
saying
death cap,
Sonia's
yeah.
is shit.
Yeah.
You should go Def Cap, and then you have enough damage, and then the question is, do I go Void, or do I go Sonia's? If they don't have MR, then you go Sonia's. Right? You have a couple of things to Sonia's here. You have Vlad ult, and that's it. Right? It's not very useful. They don't have a Malphite ult and Zed ult and stuff like this, and Karthus ult. It's just one thing, really. And your champion is really safe. You need to be able to kill LeBlanc with Electrocute Pop and Q. Something like this. Just any combo has to kill Jinx before she starts getting MR. You having Sonia's is fucking irrelevant.
Yeah, fucking.
It hurts not seeing Rabadons. It hurts.
Yeah, it does a bit actually.
You can't carry without it. She'd be dead already there. Fuck my life. Fucking Morelos. Look, he'd be dead right now. He'd be dead already. Okay, good. Good macro play. What you do have to do, though, is ping these apes.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, when they're dead, you ping them. Yes, doesn't matter.
Oh, right.
You can't warn somebody that died IRL of like
True,
accident
true.
when they're already dead. Right? You have to warn them before it happens. Like right now, you should be spamming them. Back off. Like, ping them fucking 100 times. Right? If they still in, they still in. Doesn't hurt you to ping. But going top here is correct, because you do need this needlessly. You need every spike. But again, you wouldn't need to do this if you did have the Rabadons, because we don't care about the Seekers at 25 minutes in.
Yeah.
But the needlesslies are quite important. Oh, we are typing. What are you doing here? So don't go in. Fucking Seju. Mentally ill retards. I was fine. I don't know what MFXD came.
XD is literally
I
the
don't
fastest
know
excuse
why
for
you-
not providing anything.
I don't know why you baiting me. with that, I wanted to throw ward. I like how your base has been destroyed, and these guys
It's a
warriors.
typing, I know.
It's like a fucking ward and typing. It's really insane. Wow, I'm gonna keep typing. Oh, shut up. Oh. Nice.
Heartburn.
Well, right now, when you lose triple inhibs, there is not much more you can do than to try to either clear waves or catch people when they're trying to get to your base.
Yeah.
So here again, you're typing. Can you mute them? Okay, promise me something after this coaching session.
No, funny enough, no, dude, promise. I promise you right now, I genuinely 95% of games actually don't even
Doesn't
type.
matter if you do 95%, 100%.
I'll make it 100, yeah, okay.
Because League is about consistency.
Yeah.
All your habits and like this Morello purchase, right? Right? It should be habit. It should be 100% of the time, I don't do this. Right?
Yeah.
Because League is about consistency. Like probably 60% of the time, you will have fucking retards on your team.
True.
Right? But if 100% of the time, you're the best fucking player in the world, then you're gonna win all your fucking games in Diamond 3, Diamond 2, etc.
Yeah.
Because it is not easy to lose games there. Like, people have to intentionally try to make you lose. And even then, you can win. Like, there's a reason why you see people get to master and stuff with like 95% win rate and things like this. And League is all about consistency. So like right there, look Jinx living, right? Look Jinx living here. Imagine you have Rabadons. Look here. Right? She's 200 HP. Imagine you have Rabadons.
Imagine if I had Rabadons, yeah.
You have fucking Sonias. For some reason.
For some...
And you have Morellos as well. You have Morello virus.
Yeah, it's
You
literally
have
like
Morello
4K,
virus.
4.3k gold just...
You haven't
shat on.
used Sonias even.
Yeah, true.
Right? I could tell you, I told you like 7 minutes ago, this Sonias, you can't use it. It's Vladimir ult only.
Why did I buy Morello? I mean, what? Not Morello. Why did I buy Zhonya's this game? What the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah, I don't know either. Right? Because when you have lost this hard, when they're in your base already, you have to start thinking, well, how do I win? I need to win now. It's not how do I stall. If you're thinking you can stall now, losing triple inhib, right? Then you're just stalling to lose in 1 minute. You have to kill Jinx here. Right? Even flashing and then Wing her would be better, because your mentality should be, I have to kill her now, because if they crash these minions, the game is over.
Mods ban that guy. Sorry.
Right? The game is over. It's fucking over. If you don't kill him here, it's fucking doomed. I would have flashed her, because you have to.
True.
You have to flash here and kill her. If you don't kill her now, the game is just over. If you kill her now, it'll be 45. Maybe the enemy will int it. And then you guys can get to farm super minions. And then there's actually comeback play, because Riot made it so that when you do kill super creeps, you get a lot of fucking golds to allow comebacks to happen. If you don't kill her, then she will probably lifesteal up, and then they will 5v5, and then the creeps will come, and then you lose the game. So you have to commit on her there. Maybe if you flashed on her, you would look like a monkey, right? Maybe you wouldn't kill her, but you would just lose the game anyways. So if you do kill her, there's a chance you could win. Now the Jinx does finally die, but your teammates had to die for her to die.
Yeah.
Now they crash the minions, so now the game should just be over. There's no way you guys get to stall more than this. You see how unbalanced Baron creeps is with supers? You gotta think 1 minute ahead. Right? There's no point sitting here now trying to defend. The game is over. You cannot fucking win now.
And then I get hit with the GG Esmed. Yeah.
That is why you have to realize here, if I see somebody that I can fight or kill, you have to go for it now. Because as soon as this minion gets into your base, there is no stalling. Make sense?
Yeah. Yep. Mods ban that guy who said build Rylai's on Leblanc. Oh, fucking end. Never mind.
True. I have that too. People that say buy Ludens on Veigar. Ban instant. Insta banned.
Don't build fucking Leandre's on LeBlanc. Ah.
I mean, it would be better than your Morelos, that's for sure.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, you're right.
But I mean, the issue with Leandris on LeBlanc is that there are better items to buy. Rabadon's better, Luden's better, Void's up better in most cases. Oblivion better, but the issue with Leandris on LeBlanc is you don't have reliable CC to make it worth, and you can't really poke, so you don't get it stacked. So you jump in, you combo, and then you get stacked, but you don't have any spells. There, the game's over. Defeat, and now you're probably thinking, what? I played perfect that game. There's no way Veigar can find anything I did wrong. I just had complete shit fucking noob team.
Yeah. That was a fuck.
But there you go. It's like 100 things you do wrong. So now the fun part begins, where you have to go and learn everything and improve on it.
Yeah, definitely.
So I wish you the best of luck. I'm sure you can do it, because you're not inting on the blank. You're staying alive. You're dealing damage. All you need is some guidance. So if you work on everything that I said, one step at a time, right? Work on one thing at a time until you master that and then move on to the next thing. Then I'm sure it'll be good.
The fact that you pointed out there's so many quite a lot of mistakes in just laning phase. I just want to get that all out of the way with first to be fair, so I can actually perfect that. And then I'm sure the whole roaming for shutting down bounties, etc., will come naturally. But again, that's got to be consistent, like you said. Like, it's all consistency.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to come in 10 games or 1 game or even 100. It's going to take time.
Yeah,
but
of course.
The thing is that you have played thousands of games without knowing what to improve on, and now you have all these games ahead of you where you know what to work on. So, good luck.
So
I'm going to go now.
Yeah, quick question.
Or do you have any questions?
Just a quick one.
Yeah, sure.
The Morello shit.
Yeah.
The
Morello
only
virus.
time you would ever build that second item is...
I'd never on the blank.
You'd never.
Never on the blank, doesn't matter. Because the thing is, right, this champ is Soraka, Vladimir and stuff. Even if you're playing the blank and you're laning against a Vladimir, right?
Yep.
You are bursting him. He does 1 Q after, like, you're not dueling. It's not the same as buying executioners. If you're playing top lane, right, and you're playing Aatrox into Vladimir, you would buy executioners because you're going in on the Vlad, you start to fight him, and then he starts to heal. And then you're dueling. LeBlanc, you're jumping in, you combo, and then he has grieving wounds, and you're not fighting him because your spells are on cooldown. What's the point?
Yep.
He's not going to heal up enough HP during the time that you're waiting for your spells for the grieving wounds to be sufficient.
So basically just spam your AD carry until they get executioners.
Yeah, well, I mean, later on, at like 4 or 5 items, when 5 team fights are starting to happen and people are grouping up, when the enemy has the Soraka stuff, then yes, Morelos is good. Because then there's a team fight. It will help your teammates. You are not dueling the Vladimir. It doesn't help you, but it helps your teammates. If the Vladimir has grieving wounds on him in a team fight, it helps everyone, right? If everyone in the enemy team has grieving wounds and there's a Soraka on their team, it helps everyone. Make sense?
Yep.
But you investing 1.4k gold when you could spend 1,200 on more AP and faster Rabadons just doesn't make sense.
All right,
and when you have bases, right, where you have Oblivion Orb, and then you have a base where you can choose, like, you don't have enough for Needlessly, right? And you have like 900 gold or something. You can even just buy Fiendish Codex, and it'll be better than Blasting Wand. Or you could buy the Blasting Wand and build it into Void Staff, if it's relevant in that game. Make sense?
Yeah.
But you shouldn't force finish the Morelos. It's not good. Make sense?
Yeah, true.
Perfect. Well, if you have any more questions or if you remember any questions, you can always message me on Discord and I will answer whenever I have the time. Okay?
Yeah, cool. Sweet.
All right. I'll see you around.
Yeah. Cheers,
Bye-bye.
man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Sweet. Yeah. I learned a lot. I genuinely learned a lot, not gonna lie.